Hey, Joy Outreach family, this is Mariana from New York City. Most of you who know me are probably just gasping right now at how long my hair is. Yes, I've been growing it out, and you'll get to see it in just a few weeks when I get home. I can't wait to see you all, but for now I wanted to send a quick update about all that God has been doing. He's really been on the move in our outreach to women in the sex industry. A few weeks ago, we had our first ever outreach to strip clubs, and we were just blown away by all that God did. He gave us such favor. We were able to get into every single club that we went to that night. Sometimes getting through the door and getting permission to minister to the women can be the hardest part, but the bouncers and the managers just welcomed us in. I was telling someone the other day, it felt like they almost just rolled out the red carpet for us, which was such an answer to prayer. At the first club that we went to, there was a woman who was sitting down, and I leaned over to hand her a flower, and she kind of pulled away at first, and I think she thought we were selling them, but I just got up close in her face, and I said, no, this is a gift that we brought for you because we want you to know that you are loved and that we are thinking of you, we're praying for you, we care about you and what you're going through, and we want to be here for you if there's anything that you need. And as I was sharing that, you could just see the expression on her face. She just softened up more and more, and it was really connecting with her. Like, she just kind of got this look like, you know what, I needed to hear that tonight. She needed to know that she wasn't forgotten, that God hasn't forgotten her, that we haven't forgotten her, and that she has a friend and an ally. So I am so excited to share more with you about our strip club outreach when I'm home. God did so much. God's also doing so much in our outreaches to the massage parlors. He's been helping us to deepen relationship and just giving even more favor. The last time that we went out, which was this week, a couple of the owners actually took us out to dinner that night, which is still kind of blowing our minds. Here we are ministering to their women and, praying that these places will close down, but God's giving us favor and helping us to minister and to witness not only to the women who work in these places, but also to the ones who own and manage those places, which is incredible because, I just can't wait to report to you once, the day comes that they give their hearts to Jesus and stop working in the massage parlor business. So I'll keep you posted on that, and I'll share more when I'm home. Another thing that happened that same night, this one lady, when we went there, she looked at us and she was like, I want to tell you that I'm so thankful that you guys come here. When I came to America, I didn't have any friends. I didn't know anyone here. But when I think of you and when you come and visit me, I know that I'm not alone. It makes me want to cry again right now, just saying that. God is so good, and I'm so blessed and so honored to be able to love on these women. We're also still going to Tompkins Square Park every week, where we minister to the poor and the homeless. The last time, or not, a few weeks ago, when we were there was a man who had sat down and was eating some of the soup and bagels and juice that we provide, and he sat down his food at one point, and he just started to cry and even to scream. So I went over and started to talk with him. I felt the Lord wanted me to, and he wasn't very coherent. I think he had some sort of mental illness, but I was able to get him to open up, and he started just sharing all these traumatic events in his life that he had been through. But the more he shared, the tears stopped coming, and he stopped screaming, and he calmed down. And God was just showing me how, we carry the presence of the Lord. And when we go up to a person who is in a situation like that, even his presence can change the way that they feel. His presence brings peace, it brings comfort, it brings hope. And I wasn't able to share a whole lot with him because he wasn't very coherent, and he wouldn't let me talk a whole lot. but I was just so thankful for the way that the presence of the Lord shifted that situation and brought him enough comfort to where he could open up about some of the things that he had been through and stop crying and stop screaming. So please keep him in your prayers. I wasn't able to get his name, but God knows his name. God knows what he's going through, and he's more than able to bring healing and deliverance and all that that man needs. Also today we did prayer station in Flushing. We set up a table in a busy area, and basically it's got a big sign on it that says prayer station, and we hand out different literature and just offer to pray for people. And we were on the way there, God was speaking to me about how there would be people who needed healing that day. So I was praying for God to really release his healing power through us. And the first woman that I talked with that today came up and said that she was in need of healing in her body. And she was from Africa, and started to explain to me some of her symptoms, and she believed that some of the root of that was witchcraft, and so we were able to pray and to break that off of her, and you could see a shift take place in her as well. So I'm so thankful for what we do here. I love being able to bring the presence and the power of God to the streets of New York City, to people that need him, into the strip clubs, into the massage parlors, into the darkness, wherever it is. It's just such a joy to go beyond the four walls and to give his love. So I want to encourage you guys to, whoever you encounter this week, just pour out his love, pour out his presence, and know that you're shifting the atmosphere, that you're changing and touching a person's life just because Jesus is inside of you. Okay, I could preach, but but I better let you guys go. I'm sure you have to have service soon. So Tanya said that you'd be collecting different items that we need. We need items for the poor and homeless, especially socks and men's socks in particular. We don't get a lot of that, and a lot of the homeless people that we minister to are men. We also need men's underwear, usually sizes like medium and large for that work, as well as razors. We need disposable razors right now. And for the outreach to women in the sex industry, if you feel led to give something towards that, we also are in need of like either candy or jewelry or some nicer toiletry items like nice lotions or cosmetics, anything like that. So I can't wait to see you guys in a few weeks, and thank you for listening, and I love you so much. You're amazing, and have a great day at church.